I got a stalker is what I got. I got a stock bike.
Okay, so here's our low speed. You want to make sure that the spring is still working in there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure the ball in there is working, which you can hear it working. You want to make sure that the pivot's good on this, not bound up, and it is. Should put a little bit of grease on that.
When was the last time you rebuilt one of these?
It's the first one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, going for that?
Tatro, there ain't a first and nothing you do in Harleys. You've been working on Harleys for so fucking long.
Okay, you got a spring that's halfway dead.
Yeah.
Good enough for you.
Yeah.
Then you got a washer with a titty on it. Titty goes toward the spring, that guides the spring.
Okay.
And then that all goes together. Then you just push down with your finger and line up the thread. Your thread does not want to go in for some reason. That's because I was going sideways. So don't get the wrench out and force it if you're not right.
Yeah. Don't ruin that throttle body.
And you can see how the ball is still on top of the choke lever there. I have a habit of breaking these off. Something about over torquing. Okay, you want to make sure that that works.
And that's the enricher, huh?
Yeah, the spring's pretty dead on that thing. So it comes back kind of weak. So that's at full choke. When it's over here, see it is working. So that spring is getting kind of dead. So if it starts acting up on you, I'm going to give you some problems down the road. See if that spring is broken.
Okay.
It might be.
Okay.
Okay, so this here you go full down. You go ahead and bottom this thing out if you can.
Okay.
It doesn't bottom out, it bottoms out up in here.
Okay.
Now we're assuming this is not one out of a 45 trike, it's out of a big twin.
Can you tell the difference?
Two different lengths.
Two different lengths? Okay.
So if you can't adjust your oil mixture, you got the wrong one.
Okay.
So this one I can't physically fully bottom it out. I come out 3 3/4 turns. So half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and a little extra 4.
Okay.
Kick it back a couple.
Okay.
You notice I was really paying attention to?
Yeah, I know it.
Big deal. If you're in doubt, give it a little more.
Okay.
Get the thing to start up and run, then you lean it out.
Okay.
Okay, you want to make sure you put the cap back over.
And you lean it out by turning it in or out?
Turn it in.
Turn it in by leading it.
But you got to make sure the choke is out, because see, when the choke's on, it opens it up.
Opens it up, okay.
The choke has to be off before you can adjust it.
Okay.
Okay, don't forget to put this plug back on the idle circuit here.
Yeah.
And tighten it pretty good so it doesn't come loose. We forgot to put that in earlier. Alright, so now we got all this stuff working. Make sure everything's still working free.
Yeah.
No binding up on anything, so we're good on that. Okay, now we're just over to the float. It's all nice and clean in there. See, there's no muck in it, no dirt, no crap.
Mm-hmm.
See, nice and clean.
Yeah, nice and clean.
You had gas in this once.
I had gas in it once. God, what does it smell like?
How old was that gas?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to have to go scrub this out a little bit, some solvent and stuff. Now we got a brass float in here. See, it's not full of gas. That's a good sign. These are pretty heavy, so they don't really work too well. And see how this has been all flattened out? That's why it wasn't working very well.
Oh, it wasn't working well.
It's supposed to be at a curve.
So I need a different float.
It works in an arc. So we're going to have to modify that a little bit. So let's go clean this up first.
What about this? When do you put this in?
Put it right now if you want.
Put it in right now?
That's your high speed.
At the high speed?
Now this one has the big hole.
Right.
Camera. You got a big hole down there?
Yep.
So that takes the big fat needle. If you have a little small hole in there, you take the double step needle where it's got a little fine tip on it. Okay, this is just like your low speed. Make sure the ball's working in there. If not, you got to put a ball in it. Spring. Okay, see how it goes down and shuts down the main jet?
Yeah.
So this completely shuts the main off.
Okay.
So you come out 1 1/4 to 1.5. Half, 1, 1 1/4 should be enough for you. Usually they run 7/8 to 1 1/4 is what they usually run at.
Okay.
This is a relatively coarse adjustment. 1 click makes a big difference. If you
I
had
remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, if you had a finer tip, it works a little bit finer.
Yeah, one click makes a big difference, huh?
Yeah, it's not huge, but
1 or 2 clicks.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, it goes from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, I'll go clean these parts up here so we can see what we got. I want to make sure this fits in here. This is actually pretty nice shape. It's only a little loose, that's not too bad. That's actually good for these. But this is all rebent wrong, so you'll work on that.
It's all bent wrong.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to go scrub on this little. Show you all.